Morning, it's Michelle, and I wanted to come to you today and show you a layout that I made. It was part of a launch with Close to My Heart for this collection called Sweet as Honey. And so we made a left, it was a two-page layout. Here's the left and here's the right. And I ended up making the left a one-page layout, and I will show you that at the end. And then I made the, I'm working on the second one, and I struggled because I felt like I didn't have the photos to match. I love hexagons so very much, and so I was really excited to get this collection, but then I struggled. So I went through my old photos and I found a couple of black and whites of my son in a dog carrier. My daughter had just gotten a new puppy the day before, and so Brayden, he loved playing in the carrier. I actually have a layout that I pulled where he's in the crate as well, and I made a layout of that years ago, and I want to kind of tweak it a little. I'll show you that too. But so even though this layout calls for 3 4x4s and then journaling 4x4, I'm going to pull these up. I just adhered them down lightly with some, I think, some temporary adhesive. And I'm going to replace it with an 8x8 white. I'll trim down these photos just a little so that they're not 8 inches across, and there's like this little bitty color line right here anyway. This is pre-digital. I don't remember exactly when I got my digital camera, but it wasn't long after this. But I'm pretty sure with this date, this would have been my 35mm camera. Which at the time I thought it was great that it put the date on there, you know, so I'd know when the photos were taken. But now, of course, I hate that the dates are on there. You know, it is what it is. Okay, so I need to get this documented. I thought about using the title Busy as a Bee. I actually took some dies and I did 3 layers to do busy and bee, and then I took an alphabet stamp set and embossed in white and cut them out to make them look like tile letters. I'm thinking about using this cute little bee maybe here, but I also have these bees from the sticker sheet, you know, and there they are in the large and smaller and then small. So I can make 3 clusters, but I'm not sure if I'm making 3 or 2. I may actually do some black splattering here too. And so that's good that this whole thing isn't adhered down yet. And I made it, let me take this off. I made it pretty conservatively, I feel like, because this is actually the only full piece of paper and the rest are just little bits to make it look like they go all the way across. Let's see what else. I have cork still, and I also have this, it's the February stamp of the month. It's great. It's got the 3 frames. Well, that's more like a, what would you call that, a book tag? I don't know. It's where, you know, you put, it's usually metal with the little brads. Anyway, I was thinking, I want to remember this. And also, here's the story. So I've got those to work with. Let me show you really quick the layout that I found with them in the carrier. I thought about actually I did pull the photo up, but there's just not room for it, and I printed it in color. Okay, this is like So the photo was here. Not matted or anything. This is vellum. Of all the animals, the boy is the most unmanageable. And then I have a library card pocket, and a library card. So I actually made this in 05, January 05. So like a month after I took the photo. No, I didn't. Looks like I made it in March 06. I don't really know why I have two dates there. Usually, you know, you have a date for the photo and a date for the journaling. Oh, wait. This date is different than these. So it is 1/3/2005. And I made it a year later, but I still made it right. So what I was thinking about kind of updating this layout and not remaking it, but I found this cardstock. It's avocado from Close to My Heart. And I think it's really the perfect color to match this pattern paper. So I feel like if I mat this, maybe a few times, you know, white, green, and maybe a blue of some sort. Maybe more matching this ribbon. I will, I think I'll put these two layouts together side by side in an album. I'm so glad that the photo was I was able to pull it up. It almost looks like his little nose is stuck up against the the wire. He's so cute. He's 19 now. So I will make some decisions about this layout, and I will come back with completed layout. I'll show you this one, the left-hand side one, and the completed one I just showed you in color. All right, thank you. Okay, I'm back. I apologize. I cannot seem to get this all in frame today. But I finished the right hand side of my Sweet as Honey layout, and so I wanted to show it to you. If you remember, this is the left and this is the right, and I'm actually making them as two separate layouts. Okay, so this is what it ended up. I ended up cutting out a hexagon with my stitched hexagon dies from Close to My Heart. I think they are retired. And then I ran it through and embossed it. It was the first time for me to use this. This is from We Are Memory Keepers. Then I took my Distress Oxide and Spice Marmalade, which happens to be the yellow that I sponged in the background. And I just kind of barely did the stitching, basically, just to kind of give it a little bit of color. And that's because I couldn't think of a different color to do besides white. The letters are already cut out in black, and so I just couldn't think of a color I wanted to do it, and I wanted it to stand out against this white. Let's see, what else? I made these tags, and this is where the journaling will go, and it's also got that Spice Marmalade on there. Just some black baker's twine from my stash. I mounted these two photos on a piece of cardstock that's the same size. And then I used some of this double-sided tape, and I went down each side, the bottom, and then I figured out where I wanted this to stop, and I put it about here so that there's a stop. So it made a pocket, basically. And then down here, I did another tag, and I stamped it with, I want to remember this. Now, I tried to stamp it straight onto this bee paper, but Couldn't really see it very well. So ended up stamping again on white. Also here's the story, is also from this stamp set. I'm really excited about the stamp set. You can pick it up for $5 with a $50 order just in the month of February. I also, since I saw you last, I did splatter with my black shimmer trim. I wanted some bigger splatters, but didn't really turn into big, and that's okay. And I did that before I actually glued this whole piece down. If you remember, this was not adhered. So I did that, and then I decided against using the little butterfly. Where'd he go? Oh, here he is. I actually stamped him and I cut him out, and then I colored him with the light of gold, yellow, brown of, what are these? Tri-Blend by Spectrum Noir. And I even cut out the little, I stamped the little one. Here he is, he's a cute little guy. But I just decided to go with this off the sticker sheet and then this. Okay, what else did I use? My black twine. Ended up not using my stamps. I ended up not using the cork. I did use some thin dots to put under each side of the wings. And then I didn't. No, here, the hexagon, I put under foam underneath it. Okay, then this layout is the one that goes beside it. And I have already shown this, but on Facebook, but in case you missed it, here it is. And it's really, so it was really meant to go like this. See how it matches up, but I just made them as two separate layouts, and I will include some photos at the end. Now I wanted to show you how I altered this other layout, and it was already done. I did it in 2006. And I didn't take a photo of this layout before I started changing it, but just to remind you, it was on this blue cardstock, and so I thought it needed something around the edge, so I cut it down and put this blue cardstock, a darker one, underneath. I was able to peel this vellum up and move it over, and so then I stapled it. This photo was just straight down on the cardstock with no matting, just kind of floating in space, and then this was down below, and I was able to peel them both up. I really liked the adhesive, whatever I used back in 2006, because they were still stuck down well, yet I was able to carefully peel them up without damaging anything. And then I was even able to use my rub and eraser and actually erase it. It was like some kind of dot roller adhesive. So I ended up matting it in blue, which is the same blue, I believe, as this. And then this green, which is an avocado green, current with Close to My Heart. This was already made, but I added the word play. And let me show you where I cut it from. I have this really old Heidi Swap chipboard, and all I had used out of it was the word boy. So I got the word play, and I put it here. I thought about putting it down here, but I just decided to put it here. And then the never stop was from in here, and I cut it shorter. And then the other thing I did is there's a black frame in here, and I cut it just to kind of frame it out there. So then I tried to do, you know, kind of a triangle. So there's black, black, and so then there's a little triangle down here with a label, and these words, crazy kid, you're so silly, and that's my boy. are from a Legendary sticker sheet. So is the file tab and the label. Yeah, I hadn't used this at all. So I'm really happy with that. I pulled this out, this Vicki Boutin Storyteller, thinking I might could use photo op, or love this. You know, they would have worked. They would definitely would have worked. But so I don't really know if it has a title. I think it could be Silly Boy. It could be Play. And it doesn't have to. The last thing I used was, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh my goodness. Okay. I did an enamel dot organization video recently, and so I just flipped through. When I was done, I just flipped through and I was like, oh, there's those triangles, and that would be a really good color match, although these would have matched as well, right? But the triangles are so hard for me to use. So I just kind of fiddled around, and I got them in 3 different corners. And I need to put a little bit more glue under it, but maybe I should have done 3, but I decided to just do 2. And I think it looks good. It definitely, I like it a lot better than the way I found it in a scrapbook. And I don't know, do y'all ever redo scrapbook layouts? I feel like I didn't redo this one, but I just, that came back and enhanced it. I could have completely redid it. I could have taken the photo and completely made a different layout. But I like that I already had the journaling written. I just thought, why start from scratch? You know, let's just add a little bit more to it now that you know a little bit more. So anyway, I appreciate y'all stopping by, and I will try to include the links to the current products that I used in these 3 layouts. I don't think there's anything current here. Oh no, well, the green, avocado green cardstock is current. Other than that, it is a hodgepodge. All right, well, have a great day. Bye.